And welcome back to the Cox 11 Sports Report. It's time for our weekly Pilot at Practice feature, where our pal Rubama checks in with Coach Jermaine Woods and the surging Maury Lady Commodores.
I'm Rubama for Pilot at Practice here at Maury High School. The Commodores got to the Eastern Region semifinals last year. Now they're trying to get back. We're here now with Maury girls coach Jermaine Woods. Coach, talk about the season so far.
Season's been beautiful. You know, we had 17-3. You can't ask for anything better than that. You know, a few tough losses. We lost to Lake Teller and Princess Anne, obviously. So, you know, you want to try to get the top teams. In order to get to the top, you got to beat the best team. So, you know, the youth has came out a little bit in times and in game situations. So, you know, I want to put them in a better situation to be successful.
It's been about the same. I mean, we still struggle with some of the same things we struggled with last year. Our big senior last year, Kat Neal, she was very pivotal to our success last year. So we've been struggling some with without her, but we're getting it together.
We're realizing what we have to do now in order to win most of our games and step up and play. People are going to expect more from us, so I'm hoping we'll come out here and prove a point.
We just have to work harder than we did last year because people expect more out of us, and we just have to get to where we was last year and further than that.
I think it's going to help us when we get to the regional tournament if we're fortunate enough to make it to Scope. Last year we looked around and we played at 5, so we saw those people there. But this year, you know, they have them on their resumes, and you know, hopefully this year it'll be better, a better turnout. But we played well. We just missed shots, and we got caught up in the crowd and everything. But you know, we have it on our resumes, so this year hopefully there'll be a better turnout for us.
The experience was amazing. It was so exciting. First you were nervous, but then the lights came on. You were just ready. I mean, it comes down to how you get set, your mental. You gotta be ready, and we're preparing the same way we prepared last year. I mean, we know we got to be good, and we got to come out right and be disciplined, and that's what we're going to do.
Last year, going to Scope, starting with 4 freshmen, I know a lot of us were nervous, and I think since we had the experience from last year, if we get there this year, it won't be as nerve-wracking as it was.
Now we know what it feels like to be there. Last year, we were just like, oh, we want to get there. Now we know what it feels like, so now we know what it needs to get better and go further than we did there.
It's tough. Girls basketball this year, a lot of parity. You know, it's the top 10 teams. You know, anybody can beat anybody. So we want to come in and we want to focus on, you know, just getting one game at a time. I tell them every game from now on is the most important game. Obviously, Shanette and Gigi, our top leading scorers, have to play well. But the most important, I think Jada and Kayla and Tiffany are important. Three other starters, but if they score, we're pretty good. When they don't score, you know, we're in the 40s and 50s. But when they score, you know, we're 70s and 80s. So we need those three to play well also.
I think we definitely have a good chance to get back to Scope, especially if we keep working as hard as we've been working.
I need to step up more as a leader, and I need to not just show up at certain games. I need to show up at all games and do what I need to do and play my part. I need to be better on the court, on defense and offense. I need to make sure I do my key roles to get my team to win.
We've had to play tough defense, box out, do what we normally do. Don't play it in nobody else's game. We have to play our game. And play our game, then we come out with a win.
You can follow the Commodores' road back to the Eastern Region Finals on Cox 11 or in the Virginian-Pilot. For Pilot at Practice, I'm Rubama.
Our thanks for Larry for offering us this great segue into Lake Taylor Maury highlights as a battle in the Eastern District, with Lake Taylor going for a district-leading 80 straight win in Eastern District play.
Good grief, that's hard to fathom. 80 consecutive wins in the district. We might not see that happen again for a long while, as Lake Taylor has been the dominant, the queen of the Eastern District. Maury trying to be the team to end that streak. Let's see how it ends up here as Lake Taylor starts things off. Good ball movement here, and it's a three-pointer can by Kiera Cooper for the Lady Titans.
And that's one of the hallmarks of the Lady Titans, Matt, is they've got great depth and great ball movement and great players who can score from just about anywhere. But Maury, not to be deterred, gets the score inside from Gianna Smith.
Gianna Smith known for her three-point shooting, this time going off the dribble to get her points, but it's Lake Taylor again with the great ball movement. As you see, a terrific pass right there by Courtney White, finding the open India McKinney for 2 down low.
And the replay, it will show the same. Going to the second quarter, tied at 14, so Maury hanging tough here on the road. And we're going to see Shanette Hicks, who's going to drive inside with the right hand off the glass and good.
Shanette Hicks recently named the Eastern District Defensive Player of the Year, but Hicks, she can get it done on offense too, as she goes right there to the rim for 2 again, as right now she's making things happen. Maury's on top, 27-25 at the half, trying to end that long Lake Taylor streak. It's Hicks again off the dribble for 2 off the window.
And I know Maury kind of gets overshadowed in the Eastern District, but they're the number 4 team in the region, Matt, and they're certainly playing up to it in this one. Down low, the shot and the harm is up and good for Jordan Mitchell-Harmel. And Lake Taylor trying to reassert its dominance here in the second half.
That's a matchup Lake Taylor wants to go to in the post one-on-one. It's 45-44. Lake Taylor on top in this nail-biter in the fourth quarter. But you're right about Maury, Chris, a team that made it to the regional semis a year ago, trying to go further. Lake Taylor's got the star, though, and Fionda Fitzgerald headed to Temple, the Eastern District Player of the Year. She's one tough cookie down the stretch with the ball in her hands.
A great matchup between Fitzgerald and Hicks, but down low again, the score by McKinney as Lake Taylor here in the fourth quarter expanding their lead to 9. Maury needing a rally to get back in this one, and that's a turnover which will lead to Fitzgerald up ahead to White, and she gets the 2.
Yeah, Lake Taylor's undefeated for a reason. They can get it done in so many ways, from the perimeter, in the paint, and in transition. As you see, Lake Taylor just showing off their dominance here in the fourth quarter. Coach Sandra Sawyer and her team on top at home, a familiar position, whereas Jermaine Woods' Lady Commodores trying to pull off a shocker here down the stretch.
Fitzgerald working against Hicks, goes crossover in the lane, gets knocked away by Hicks. Great block. Fitzgerald will try again, and if at first she don't succeed, she gets the shot off the glass to go.
You might be able to stop Fitzgerald once, but doing it twice, ooh, that's a tough task, as Lake Taylor is up 6 with under a minute to go, and a team that's not going to throw the ball away or miss free throws and blow the game, as Lake Taylor will run the clock out and get another win over Maury this year. Another tight one, as you see, a valiant effort by Maury, but Lake Taylor just too good as Sandra Sawyer's Lady Titans stay undefeated, 61-53 over Maury. 16 points for Fitzgerald, all of them but 2 coming in the second half as they move that streak to 80 games for Maury. Shanette Hicks with nearly half of her team's points, 25 points in defeat.
Coming up after the break, a Beach District battle between number 1 and number 2. You're watching the Cox 11 Sports Report.